Now, I then showed you the letter that Attorney General, the memorandum that Attorney General Ashcroft prepared. And that's the document that sort of kicked open the door from 7 to hundreds of people to be involved and have discussions about ongoing criminal, civil, investigative matters. And that's what led to discussion about all of this. Now, you've had some time to think about this. You've indicated a desire to clean up the mess at the department. I would like to bring to your attention a May 4th, 2006 memorandum that is a subsequent document to the Ashcroft memorandum. This one is signed by you. If you don't mind, could you give him a copy and put up the... Here's what concerns me. In the Ashcroft memorandum, which was the subject of concern before, at the very, very end of the Ashcroft memorandum, as you'll remember, there was that paragraph under asterisks that changes the whole memorandum in front of it. It says, notwithstanding any procedure or limitations set forth above, the Attorney General may communicate directly with the President, Vice President, Counsel of the President, Assistant to the President for National Security Affairs, and various others. And then it provides who the staff members can consult with. Directly with officials and staff of the Office of President, Office of the Vice President, Office of the Counsel of the President, National Security Council, and so forth. Now, I took the position that that was pretty much kicking down a very important door that had protected the department from political influence. But I see in your May 4th, 2006 memorandum a number of things that concern me even more. The first is at the bottom of the first page where there is an asterisked footnote, which says at the bottom, for convenience, the executive functions of the Vice Presidency are referred to in this document as the Office of the Vice President, or OVP, and the provisions of this memorandum that apply with respect to communications with the EOP, Executive Office of the President, I assume that is, will apply in parallel fashion to communications with the Office of the Vice President. Let me ask you first, what on earth business does the Office of the Vice President have in the internal workings of the Department of Justice with respect to criminal investigations, civil investigations, and ongoing matters?
As a gentleman, I would say that's a good question.
Why is it here then?
I'd have to go back and look at this.
I'd like to know where this came from and how that addition was made. Then if you look at the very back, the very last paragraph, once again there's a final paragraph set off by asterisks that pretty much undercuts everything that was said in the previous enumerated paragraphs. And here you can see the difference. It's almost identical with the previous memorandum, only it adds some things. Notwithstanding any procedure or limitation set forth above, the Attorney General may communicate directly with the President, Vice President, so far same as the Ashcroft memorandum. Then you add their chiefs of staff, counsel to the President, then you add or Vice President. Somebody took the trouble to write in counsel to the Vice President and provide that individual access to ongoing criminal investigations, ongoing civil investigations, and ongoing other investigative matters.
Which I don't know whether or not that in fact has happened, so I want to emphasize
part of what we do around here is to prevent things from happening.
Exactly.
And when you kick down doors, you invite people to do it, whether or not it's been done.
And I agree. And on its face, I must say, sitting here, I'm troubled by this.
Yep.
I will
and
say,
if you continue, just let me finish, because we're not done with the paragraph.
All right.
If you go further on down, what was the staff of the Office of the President has become the staff of the Whitehouse office, and the entire Office of Management and Budget's been thrown in. So you come here today with, I think, to put it mildly, highly diminished credibility, asserting to us that you want to restore the Department of Justice. And yet, here, where there is something that you could do about it, since our past discussion, nothing's been done. The memo that has your signature makes it worse. And we've agreed that this connection between the White House and the Department of Justice is the most dangerous one from a point of view of the potential for the infiltration of political influence into the department. How, in the light of all those facts, can I give you any credibility for being serious about the promises you've made that you intend to clean up the mess you've made?
Well, because we have taken, I've taken several steps to clean up, to address some of the mistakes that have been made, Senator. I can say that I have directed my staff to try to understand what happened with respect to the Ashcroft memo. What was the genesis of it? In fact, we went back and talked to a former member of the Ashcroft leadership team to understand what was the basis of the change. What caused this to happen? And so we have been looking at this issue because I am concerned about it. And with respect to this memo, quite frankly, I'd have to look at it, and I would be concerned about inappropriate access to ongoing investigations.
Sure.
And it's something that, if that's encouraged by this kind of memorandum, I think it's something that we ought to rethink.
I would just mention to you that Senator Leahy and I, the chairman,